Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 54 and today we are starting things off by flying into my base. Now, I mentioned in the previous episode of Hermitcraft that Scar was working on the terraforming. His video has just released where he has shown it off. It is now all finished and now I can show it off in my video and I think you guys are going to quite like it. So there is the little island and then here comes my island, and I haven't seen it with the trees. Oh my word, it looks so cool. I love this. It just, look at that. Look at that. Seriously, look at that. That is so amazing. My elytra have just broken. My second pair of elytra have just broken. The trees are so cool. That's such a nice touch. I hadn't actually seen these things. They look amazing with the blocks. But no, they're just the way all of this is put together. It's so sweet. Like it's kind of mixing in, melting in with all the builds that are around here. We've even got some gravel involved. Man, like the attention to detail as well is so good. This is the coolest thing. I see is these, like the little like spots just off the edge of the builds. There's sandstone, there's everything. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say other than I am so impressed. And as I said, I mean, I hadn't seen the trees. So when I looked at it yesterday, I popped onto the server yesterday before I went on the world tour. And yeah, the trees weren't quite in place. So it's super cool to see it now all kind of done and dusted. Wow. What a build. Right, I'm gonna repair my elytra and then I'm going to do some aerial flybys as well because I really want to take all of this in. This is so cool. I would say as far as places I go on the Hermitcraft server is concerned, this is probably one of my most visited areas. I mean, it has to be. How much time have I actually spent here? Flying back is so much faster than taking the boat. I can't believe how far away the Guardian farm actually is and how crazy the elytra are. I mean, I can't imagine playing Minecraft without elytra, to be quite frankly honest with you. Anyway, we are flying into the base now and just this is never going to get old. That looks so cool. That seriously looks so cool. I can't believe this is my base. I can't believe this is my base. That is the coolest looking thing. It's almost a shame to build up the city around it. It's a shame. I'm upset that we're actually covering this thing with builds. Because now my favourite view of the base is genuinely the one from this direction. Like, seriously. That's my favourite view. And I'm so impressed. He's even... Look at this! No way. Scar... That is bonkers. He's gone all the way down. He's gone the full 9 yards. Even underwater, it looks fantastic. He's gone all the way down here. Well, I think you know what to do. I think all of you should go over to Scar's video. 100%. All of you go over to Scar's video right now. Watch it through, see the process, because this will have taken so many hours. And also, just leave a like. Say that Mumbo sent you. I just, you know, I don't know what to say for this. This is crazy. All I did was build him a piston door, and he's done this. He's built an entire custom landscape. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm in awe. I'm so in love with the base. This is, yeah, that's probably my favorite bit right there. Ah, it's all beautiful. Okay, reluctantly, I'm going to stop staring at my base now. I might go back to doing it in private for a little bit, but yeah, we're going to move on and we're going to do some proper projects now. And the first one is super simple. I just need to hook up some form of hoppers into my melon and pumpkin farm just to get those kind of functioning. There are tons of pumpkins lying around. I wonder how much this thing generates. I don't actually know. I have no idea. I have absolutely no clue. So this is going to be interesting to find out. Anyway, I think we're actually going to need to place a floor in this thing. I've placed originally all the hoppers running in the water, and that's not going to be any good. So we're going to place a floor. We're then going to have water running in, and then all the items are going to feed out, I guess, eventually through into here. Or maybe the one over on that side. That might be closer. So with this system all completed, it's currently just running out into some regular double chests, but you can see that all of the items are making their way in, and yeah, I mean they're being produced pretty quickly. You know, I'm interested to see. I think what I might do is I think I'll go AFK overnight in the sugarcane farm. So right here we'll be harvesting sugarcane, and also we'll be harvesting all of the melon pumpkins. And I'm just curious to see how much we actually get in that space of time. Oh my word, this doesn't sound good. It sounds like I'm surrounded by mobs. I'd forgotten how cool my base looked. Anyway, let's take a look in here. What? Wait, what? 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 Don't be ridiculous. That is just crazy. That's so much more than I was expecting. Oh my word. I mean, look at this poor pumpkin. He doesn't have anywhere to go. Right, well, I guess I should probably chuck... Well, I should probably give Impulse back his melon and pumpkin boxes. Thank you ever so much. But, I mean, he did gift them to me, but I will give them back. But also, we should use those sugar boxes and I guess chuck the items into the storage system. It's pretty much already filled. Right, so that's all of the items transported in here. We've also put all of the items into the item sorter, so that means that should now be working. All we have to do now is actually connect up the farm into this system, and I think I'm actually going to do a pipeline underneath the island and then have it pop up down here. This is the water stream that runs into that side. Well, by the way, sugarcane farm also did pretty well. Cactus farm, though, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, now hear me out here. Originally, I thought about going under the island. Now I'm kind of tempted to go over the top of the island because, you know, we have these pipelines going everywhere, and I quite like the idea of having them looking like there's stuff going on. I'm almost tempted as well to run iron trapdoors across the top of all of them. But then that would get insanely expensive as we have got water streams all over the place. We'll play with that idea in a little bit. Oh, for goodness sake, I've just cleared out all the melons. And now look at this. It's ridiculous. What? I literally just cleared all of this out. I even cleared out all of the hoppers. This is so stupid. How does this setup look then? If we take a look... I actually quite like that. I actually think that looks quite cool. Yeah, having like the items, especially because items are going to be constantly going through there. I actually think it will look quite interesting. I keep forgetting that I've got these things. Yeah, because the server's struggling a tiny bit at this point in time. I think it's all the items that are moving around my base right now. That could have something to do with it. That could also have something to do with it. Yep, that's not going to help the situation. This is very satisfying to watch, but surely this is clearing another backlog. Like, yeah, there's no way that items are being produced this fast. Anyway, they are all coming through. They're making their way down there, and then I'm guessing... Let's just try our best to follow the items. They are shooting through into our little four-way item elevator system. I just want to triple check that this does actually function. Yeah, it does appear to be working just fine. This is a smart little design, this is. I'm quite proud of it. This is... I could watch this. This could be my screensaver, to be quite frankly honest with you. And I'm just checking to see if any of them need to do a double loop. It doesn't look like that's the case. So these hoppers are pretty quick at picking up the items here. But they really are flowing in, aren't they? Blimey. Exuma just appeared in my base and then flew off. And it scared the life out. Where's he gone? Wait. What? I'm so confused. Anyway, now that that's all done, it's time to work on the hashtag Kelp Mumbo build. For those of you who don't know, just recently we took down the structure that was in this area because I didn't really like it, and then I asked you to help me with the hashtag Kelp Mumbo, just so I could easily look through all the responses, and there were hundreds. There were so many of them, and I have to say, you guys did a fantastic job. There are some amazing suggestions in there. Like, some seriously amazing suggestions. So, I'm going to look through them for a couple hours, and then I'm going to try my best to work through what I'm actually going to do here. So here are all the submissions. We can just keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, there's plenty of them, and there's some absolutely stunning designs in here. Some really, really cool looking builds. Just crazy stuff. So as I say, thank you ever so much for all of the suggestions. But the one that's kind of caught my eye the most, that one was crazy, by the way. Like, this is... look at that. It actually hurts my brain to look at. This one here is the one that I actually like the most. Or at least, it's something that we can work from. I really like the design style of it. The idea of having the hole going through the middle of it is super cool. I like these bands of cyan terracotta. And I like the fact that we can stack this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the design quite a bit. So we're probably going to make this taller for starters. And then I'm also going to stack them on top of one another, maybe 2 or 3 times, just to make it a slightly more substantial build. But then we're going to stick with having the hole running through the center, which I think is an awesome, awesome touch and something that I never would have thought of. So fantastic work. This is going to be the one. Okay, this is what the start is looking like. So... this is me just trying to work out how to stack up all of these things. Now, I'm actually thinking... so, if I just look back at the design... alright, so that goes like that. I'm thinking maybe... if... I mean, it would be cool to get some depth in here. This is tricky. This actually looks quite good. This actually looks quite good. I like that. I like that a lot. So I was prepared to hate it, and that is still a little bit flat, but I think once we start getting all the textures into all of the other bits, it will be like quite a nice contrast band. Now the only thing that I'm wondering is, should I go one set higher? Can I go one set higher? I might actually not be able to. Yep. I totally can, and I totally think I should do that because this side of the build is actually lacking taller buildings, and I feel like if we have this here, then that will do a good job of balancing out this side, because we don't want it to look like it's all sloping downwards off to one side. Oh my word, I've just had a thought. My hardened clay pond is gone. I mean, it had to go at some point. It had to go at some point, but... where do I make my hardened clay now? Alright, we'll definitely have to make some form of automated version. I know there's one off over on the Hermit Island, but I need one in my base. I can't have to go somewhere to do hardened terracotta, whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. What I was trying to say was, I don't want to have to go somewhere to create hardened concrete, because I use so much hardened concrete. I mean, look at this place. I am starting to realise that this thing is pretty enormous, though. Right, does that line up with this? So that will be 4 blocks. Yep. I mean, how big is this thing actually going to look? Because it is... yeah, it's quite the substantial build. Yeah, that thing's... that's huge. But it does look cool, though. It does look really, really cool, especially when we light it up a little bit. Maybe that's what we could do in those flat sections there. I don't really know. 8 stacks of concrete powder already gone through. I estimate that this is actually going to use about 24 stacks in total, because I have just realized that I've only built the outside. And the thing about building a building with a hole in it is you also have to build the inside as well. That's a lot of blocks. The outer structure is now all complete in terms of having an actual template, which is good. This is going well. This is going well. It's massive, but it's going well. So now I'm going to start placing in all of the cyan terracotta in these gaps. And I really don't know what to do with these sections, because in the build on Twitter, these were quartz blocks. And there is no way I'm going to be able to get enough quartz to actually fill those in with quartz blocks. You've got to be joking. You know what? Because Iskal used a pickaxe on his obsidian, I'm only going to give him 2 diamonds a stack. Yeah, that's right. What do I do here? Ah! No, neither of those are good. Neither of those are good. I was going to do windows, but then I realized that the build's just going to be empty. It's going to look really strange. Unless we don't make it empty, maybe we could... maybe not make it empty, and we could just have glass panes there, and then maybe put, like, floors in on each one of the levels with some bits and pieces in there. Ah, gosh, this is so difficult. So I replaced them with windows, and I kind of don't like that either. So I've been thinking, what I might do is I might expand out this central bar. So this middle bar right here, I will make 4 blocks wide, and then that will push all of these out by 1 block, and then we'll just have these edges going round, and they'll be... I might even inset those further, just to add a little bit more depth to the build. And then... yeah, that's kind of how it's going to go. This is so tough. Come on then, how does this look? Better. It looks better. For sure. It looks a lot less clunky. Yep. Okay, so that's what we're going to go for the next few sections. Finally, we got there. This has been so many hours of just tweaking it. Who would have thought getting other people to design my build would still make it really difficult to design? Bit of a progress update for you. We are halfway done on doing all of the intersections. So I have done the entire bottom floor, and I've also done half of the middle floor. And yeah, finally, I'm feeling happy. It kind of fits in with some of the building styles that we have going on in the other parts of the base. It's getting better as we put more of it in. I think once we get all 3 layers in place, it's actually going to look like a really good build. The only thing that I'm slightly worried about is lighting. I have no clue what to do there. Unless... is that a full block? That is a full block. Ooh, hang on. I mean, just to break it up a tiny bit... how does this look if we were to go all sea lanterns? Maybe not 100% sea lanterns. I feel like that could be a little bit overpowering. I don't know what to say about that one. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too much. Yeah, that's not quite right, but some form of lighting needs to be done. Right, let's see. Is Grian's place out of stock yet? What? Wait, hang on, what? We're paying emeralds for things now? Oh no! Oh no, this is bad news, this is bad news. We might actually have to go on a quartz mining session here. Amazingly, I have 6 diamonds and there are 6 bits of nether quartz left. Oh, I'm hoping that's going to be enough. Ladies and gents, this is now all finished. Just need the final few bits of cyan terracotta, and that is where we currently are. So this build is now all done. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, we'll do the typical mumbo jumbo fly out and then turn around. It doesn't look so great in the dark, and that's due to the lighting glitches and things, but it's definitely... it holds its own, for sure, in the base area. That looks part of it. That looks like, yeah, it fits right in. So that's perfect. We've kind of achieved our goal there, and it's probably the biggest build. Apart from what this is going to be, which this one's also going to be pretty... I suppose that exists as well. So there are some big builds in here. But yeah, this is definitely one of the bigger, more detailed ones, and I've just realised there is quartz missing in that area, so we'll have to fill that in. But now I guess we should probably start work on the roof, and I've kind of come up with a cool idea for this thing. So the idea is that instead of having a hole going all the way through this thing, because I actually don't think that will look that good with a build of this size, it will look a little bit strange. What I thought we'd do is drop it down by one layer, so we'll have one layer going down, and then I thought we'd have like a little pool in the middle, maybe with some kelp on the inside again. So it shows what the farm actually is, because there's absolutely no indication that this is a kelp farm yet in this build. So that is the start. That looks fantastic. Now what we're going to do is, I guess... Whoa, I really flew in fast there, didn't I? This would have been the worst place to die, because my items would just spread out in all of those blocks of redstone. It would be horrible. Anyway, how far down do we go? And also, do we inset? Because these are all inset. I don't think we should on the inside ones, because it will look way too hollow. So yeah, I think keep a hard edge and then maybe go down to those blocks. I was actually wrong. 24 stacks of white concrete? Not enough. We've actually run out of it. That's amazing. This thing kind of reminds me of like a billionaire's just house. Like to have a swimming pool just in the roof like this. It's pretty cool. And also it means obviously I can take off with my Riptide Trident from the roof as well. And it looks awesome. That looks seriously cool. That's like a Tony Stark mansion right there. That's what we've constructed. It's still dark though. I don't know what to do about that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the kelp. And I'm going to have to ask you, how should I do this? How should I lighten up this build? End rods? End rods isn't a bad idea. That could actually work quite nicely in this build. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, for today, that is actually all I've got time for. This has been a fun episode. We managed to get everything constructed. I'm very happy with that. Once again, please do check out Scar's video on the terraforming of my base, because it looks absolutely spectacular. I'm so impressed with it. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. Oh, and filming channel stuff. Our latest film with ZAF has released on the filming channel. If you do want to check that out, a link will be on the end screen.